October 14th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. And with that, I say hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney. No, Pheonix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Still going on with the case that's changed. Kinda the what is it called? Changed kind of what the crime was. It went from this is a robbery to this guy murdered someone, and it's been a very thought out murder, maybe. Now that I think about it, like, it's funny how most of the murders in like Ace Attorney, they're not, how do you say, like, they are well thought out, right? But if you think about, like, Detective Conan, for example, no, case closed, I guess. Like, those always have, like, the weirdest murder sequences ever. This one is just like, oh yes, they went to the person and smacked them around with a statue hand clock thingy, or they brought them to the middle of the lake and then just shot them. Pretty sure that, if I remember correctly, that one's like not even there. That was the murder done. But anyway, let's continue and we'll see what we'll have over here. My sis? I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then she's still alive? Inside your heart, that is. Yeah, because she's very much dead. Maya, what are you... Nicky boy! Oh, Mr. Light. Is it true that Detective is the real killer? Well, to be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atmey want to kill Kane Bullard? Maybe not Kane Bullard, but like... Where is it? There's the newspaper clipping. It doesn't even have a photo on it, but it does have a photo on it. Kane knows that what's his name again? It's been a while. Rondelite, right? Is that a name in, or a pun in Rondelite? Look at me, you instantly can see what his stupid pun is in that name, right? And Mask DeMasque is also a funny pun. I love the Mask DeMasque, like Phantom Thief kind of name. Because it's the Mask DeMasque, you know? It's Mask DeMasque that got demasked at the thingy. I have no idea what his name is for. Bullet sounds like... Is it like a pun on the fact that it has a wart on his face? And that's like... A bullet is like a toad? Is Kane Bullard like a toad or something? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, what? We don't know. Well, it's almost time. Then better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. It's gotta happen sooner rather than later. October 14th, 12:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. I wonder if one of the big, like, evidence it's gonna be the one that's like, oh yes, do you want to know why I know that this is not, or was not, done at 1 a.m. It's because of the huge pink thingy on the ground, or something like that. Because if you look at it, the box does not have any paint on it, nor does the mask. Oh, look at me, the mask, right? So I think like this image is gonna be very important. I gotta remember, maybe. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atmey, please look at the stand and take it. What was his name? Voice again. For God, it's been like a week again. Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let the man down your verdict just yet. No one would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask DeMasque. I'm sorry. I'm afraid even the great Luke Atmey has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask DeMasque. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own properties to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Mask DeMasque? Of course. Very well then, look at me. Let us begin with a simple question. On October 12th at 1 AM, King Ballard was murdered. Where were you at the time? One with a knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Oh, thanks. Alright. I forgot his name. I forgot the voices all over again. Alright, Mr. Atmey, the night of the murder. Speak, murder, speak. We are all ears. I wanted to do like a Spanish kind of like accent, but I can't do one. I've never like listened to one and like never tried it. As you wish, the prosecutor. The alibi of Look Atmey. I was stealing the urn as Mask DeMasque, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no walls, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Mask DeMasque was the same time as the murder. It seems the main point of discussion would be this photo at the crime scene. Everything up until now was all part of his plan. Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. There's paint stains on it. Oh, it could have been like that he did this like... Not that one. It's the wrong picture. Like this picture. It can't be that he made this one like way earlier, right? Because you still have the paint. I don't remember how the paint looked like in the area. Because it could be that this one is still like wet paint in a way, right? It's all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Mask DeMasque gonna be at 2 places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Atmey, we will have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. Also, he's not as good as Francesca with that foolish fool thingy. I was stealing the urn as Mask DeMasque, just as I announced I would. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I'm called Mask DeMasque. But conveniently, that also means that there is no way to tell who this is really. Why, what do you mean? Are you saying that this is in fact not Luke Atmey? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Mask DeMasque to create an alibi? Oh, what an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? Oh, I don't know. Do we even know anyone that would? Like, Ron the Lion was at the other side, so it can't have been that one. Adrian? Maybe? I'll give it. If Luke Atmey was at KB security during the murder, then the Mask DeMasque in this picture has to be a fake. And there is an accomplice, but right now I have no idea who that is. I don't have any idea right now either. Baseless objections are just what this guy wants. There's gotta be another way, and I'm going to find it. And I have more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at this point. That is right. It was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent a calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent the card after you began your security watch. Correct? Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was a perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Abby was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. Like, he completely, like, switched up. Like, what I wanted to be. It's kind of weird. So I don't remember, like, when we first met with Atmey, if he had that, that ring, you know? A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one happened to be my witness. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, correct? Indeed, that it is. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime, When you think about it, it really is odd. You said it almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose. It was simply caught by the very camera they had set up. We all have days like that. Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as a perfect crime after all. Love is really an ironic thing. A sad blue melody. Looks like it's better get more information for now. If it's truly the killer, there's gotta be something funny about that picture. The time at which the camera captured Mask DeMasque was the same time as the murder. True, but also not true. Keep pressing the wrong photo. Because that one is a 58:43, right? But this one was like at 1 AM. Like 1:10, 1:02 to be exact. It's like a 10-minute difference. No, 4-minute difference. That is strange. Let me press here. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come on now. You're all too clear in what you're thinking, huh? You think I altered the timestamp of the photograph, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there is no way that the picture could have been altered. I see. I better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is fake? It has to be. Or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security. And I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the Mask DeMasque in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Or the date itself is, right? What? What could it be? What could it be? The night of the crime. Not down. I wanted to save. There are some things that I find strange. For one being this thing, right? That's not that. Or it could be that I get... more than enough time to prepare. Contains no words. No, it's not. They're not making... giving me the... That was the same as the murder? Which is, he is telling the truth, it is the same time. Maybe I need to like say like someone is the accomplice, right? And I could maybe make it like Adrian. You had an accomplice. Now remember what you've said, that Mr. Troy, because there is no going back. If you're making baseless claims, I will treat you to a penalty myself. The penalty is probably boiling hot too. No, so who is it, Mr. Troy? Who was the accomplice? Can it? No, it wasn't Adrian. Was this person? Wrong. Huh, that is quite a prank you're trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that it was in fact this person? The aura! The aura that this person has around them is... If you're going to judge someone by their aura, you'll be right up there as the #1 suspect, Mr. Wright. Oh, I hate how long that is gonna take. Exactly. Who could it be? Rhonda Light? KB Bullet? No, okay. The Mask DeMasque! Oh, are you? What are you saying? What are you doing? Want to now to be my witness? It has pink stains on it. No. I feel like it has to do something with the time, right? Like the time at which it took. The photo was the same time as that one was there. Wait. No, I don't think so. I thought it was gonna be like a witness, and then it's like, ah, yes, there is a witness. It's called Amy Faye's golden statue. The day of the crime, moved again that night. Something like that. Could also be Amy. Or Amy's statue, right? I doubt that Amy's statue is gonna be the accomplice, right? I got new dialogue. So by photograph you mean this this photo, yeah? The very thing that proves I committed a crime. Very thing that proves you committed a crime. Surely even you can understand it by now. He's just having a different voice every time. I get a voice for him. Lordly Taylor, provided the camera, there's no way I could have tampered with it. That means I could not have killed Cain Ballard unless I had an accomplice. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse. And this picture that supposedly captured it. It's gotta be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? There actually apparently is. If you say no, apparently like Maya also gives you new dialogue. I don't see it. And that is indeed unfortunate. Men as a species are doomed to a life of bitterness and frustration. Hey Nick, I've been thinking. What is it, Maya? This photo was taken in the basement warehouse, right? And if that was taken on the same night as when we went to see the treasure exhibit, then there's one thing here that doesn't add up. I need to approach it from a different angle. Okay. I think it is Amy. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse at night and before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Very well then, let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny? Is it the fact that like... Funny part is right here. Why is this? This is a blood stain. Oh, blood. Now, this is getting interesting. Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that. Yeah. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. Also, fun fact, I'm pretty sure Momoiro in like Japanese is just like an ancient way of saying pink, right? But Momo is like the a peach, so to say. I think pretty sure that's where why he brings up peaches. The problem with this photo is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Well then, Mr. Wright. What is supposedly to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? This thing. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue had just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I didn't realize that the statue would be perfect size for covering up the paint stains. And that's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there that night when the theft took place and saw the statue in that very spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there. But when I went there the day after the theft, the statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally? Your Honor, the statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night? Can you do it, Nick? I don't know, but I'm gonna try. That took me a long time to get. Holy moly. Never mind who moved it, the real question is why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you have prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? Can I say Mask DeMasque? What do you think, Mr. Godot? What a stupid idiot. A man should be able to answer his own questions, that's what I think. Right now I am busy trying to come up with my two answers of my own. Why is coffee black? And why is it bitter? Ah, well, Mr. Wright, to put it simply, you messed up. What are you doing, Nick? You need to think about why the statue was moved. The good thing about when everyone chews me out like that is that gives me time to think. Well, who was it? Was it Luke Atmey? The one who moves the statue is none other than Luke Atmey. Or Atmey. Come now. Come now, Mr. Lawyer. There you go again on your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? Well, it's very simple, is it? Because I have no idea. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. And that is indeed very simple. However... why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue is where our battle plan begins. Well, let me say first and then ask questions later. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue? Oh, thank you. The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me, you pretended to be Mask DeMasque to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. This photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. This is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Does where in this picture does this lie exist? The fact that it doesn't have the thingy, the fact that it's not pink. There's a lot of little things. I have no idea. It has like the hole there. I'm gonna say like this thing. The lie is Mask DeMasque. Are you saying that this Mask DeMasque is... You know, I really wish you would start acting more responsible. The current question is, why was the golden statue moved? So what possible connection could there be with Mask DeMasque's identity? Oh, buggers. Your face has "oh, buggers" written all over it. That's a penalty for you, my friend. I'll ask you again. Where in this picture does the lie lie? The lie is Mask DeMasque. Okay. Is it the thing that I was thinking about? Somewhere around here. Jumping to conclusions again, I think you need to take a gander at your local mirror. As the Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie. Well, I keep lying to this and you'll be the one on trial now. Oh man, and now they're calling me a liar. What could it be? I'm gonna save a little bit further in. Oh, perfect spot to like put it in. But what could it be? Why does it look like that? Somewhere around here. No, that's fake again. Or that's wrong again. I said the box. I said there. Is it the time? Naturally, the line in this photo is a timestamp. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atmey went to KB security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to be in at the Lordly Taylor at this time. What? I'm very confused. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was this statue placed beside the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Atmey had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim, and so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. Oh! So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atmey must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. Ah, okay, now it makes sense. And this is what I thought it was. And this is why Luke Atmey had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in his photo. Wow! Order, order! Mr. Atmey, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's this? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage the data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Oh. Thank you. Good job, Pheonix. Order, Mr. Godot. What is the meaning of this? What is indeed the meaning, Godot? Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I have promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point, and I'm getting hiccups. A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points. I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points. So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That is a very interesting idea, however, there is one point that can't be denied. Which is? That it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. Also, the amount of desaturated your coffee looks like, it's kind of this, I wouldn't say disgusting, but like, it's like, what is it called? Not distressing, it's like, discerning? Concerning. I think it's concerning, right? But that is very true. No way to fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. DeMasque. Yes? If there's no funny business in your actions as Mask DeMasque, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Oh yes, please provide this court with your testimony. About your plan to steal the sacred urn. Oh yeah, sure, I appreciate that very much. I first received a request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box in Zvari. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. Quote unquote valuable. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime could go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands on the first time at 1 AM on October 12th. That's pretty much all the stuff we've heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the chicken nuggets of new information they've given us. Witness, you sure there are no mistakes this time? Zavari. Very well then, Miss Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Thank you. Thank you very much. Secret urn heist. Time to press him on. About these. Sorry about that. You want us to guard the urn by Agent Andrews, is that correct? Mrs.? I don't remember which one is which. Indeed, it seems that they had heard of my sparkling reputation. I see Miss Andrews is still attracted to weirdos. Or attracting the weirdos. You better watch out too, Maya. What? The urn was placed in a box in Zavari. It was then sent to the warehouse. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Interesting new tidbit. Hence I was unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. So you're sure that you have never seen the urn before? Indeed, you may ask my Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to the warehouse. However, Look Atmey, I let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers. I knew it was extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days before. You mean this calling card? It's right! That is the card out, my calling card. I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all. Of course, because Atmey knew about the emblem. Maybe this card authentic would have been child's play for him. I didn't handle security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. So then no one entered the basement warehouse. Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there, thus for a period of approximately 5 days. People were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. At last, I held the urn in my hand for the first time at 1 AM on October 12th. And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed, to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much. Hey Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atmey might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken. That's true. No, he's been saying he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record. Not a lot to go on there. The detective has been covering up his tracks pretty well. There's only one thing that we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime. Well then, how do we do that? There's one thing that Atmey stated very clearly. That he had never seen the urn before he stole it. So we need to prove that he's lying. So it is like this one. This is like the specific area about where I need to like present something. I wonder if it is this one because it has pink stains. No, it isn't. You're lying. Well, no, that doesn't do anything. What about the photo with that thingy? No, it's also not that one. Oh, wait. Okay, no. Wait, is that the one that says he didn't see it? So you're sure that you've never seen the urn before? Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. I was focused on the entrance. Yeah. Okay, so it's still saying that. It wasn't the treasure exhibition. It was not that one. Is it that? Oh wait, was that? I was like reading this and I was like, speckled urn. How does he know about that? Mr. Atmey, if you really are Mask DeMasque, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask DeMasque have written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Oh yes, it is true. But so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Mask DeMasque could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on this urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. What? I'm finding this joke to be funny, Mr. Wright. The day after the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. What? You cannot be serious, can you? And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atmey had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, I saw it when this fake photo was taken. Phew! And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. I just noticed my my screen has a burned in effect. I was like, oh, what is that like little stripe on my monitor? I look over to my other monitor with the OBS and I'm like, oh, it doesn't exist there. My monitor is a bit broken. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. It's broken. Nick, I think it's a little bit early for victory pose. Ah, it is so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Oh, got conviction, you say? Yesterday we all decided unanimously that this man was Mask DeMasque. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think that we're being a tad fickle? Oh, but that's a good point. No, wait, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atmey was the one who killed Cain Bullard? Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? Oh ho ho. An excellent point. Well, only one way to do that, and that is saving. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Might you my merry murderer's motive manifest? Nix is getting his second wind. I didn't know it was a fighter. What? If you prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on the light, as you say, then must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with a motive we've seen so far is Rhonda Light. Sorry about that. Isn't that right, detective? Oh, indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Oh, without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilty in a murder case. Is it? Sometimes you can murder for the sake of murdering, you know. Some people are like that. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were. I'll be honored to, sir, old-timer. Wait, do you have they're doing it. They can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite of our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Motive for murder. Oh yeah, there you go. Triple witness testimony. Oh, you look at me. You had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Cain Bullard decided to investigate Mask DeMasque and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and then sent to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite inexcusable. The defendant truly believes he is Mask DeMasque. And that is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
So the victim, Cain Bullard, blackmailed the defendant?
This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
What?
Blackmail letter. Updated.
Nice. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
That ring is still so obvious. Over here. Can I be like... what is it? No, it doesn't work. Like, how did you get that ring, mate? And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. Oh, you will? After doing a thorough background check on Detective Atmey and Cain Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report.
Perhaps they were connected through their war. They were both involved in security.
Nope.
Well, that was blunt.
In any case, I was the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. And that is a delight. Cain Bullard decided to investigate Mask DeMasque and simply mistook him. Mistook? That is right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take an arrow. That wasn't what I meant.
Just why did the victim mistake Mask DeMasque to be?
Why, the answer is obvious. Run the light, of course. Boy, I would like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Prasada. I don't think it's gonna be quite so finishing, right? Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Mask DeMasque? Don't you already know that? Savadi, take a look at this newspaper.
Oh, that's the famous Tear of Emerald, a magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread the article and Zavadi got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Mask DeMasque. It was correct in that assumption. That is an unusually reasonable deduction. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Run the Light. You mean this blackmail letter right over here?
It's just been 50,000.
And the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's? There is no mistake. We have an official report to prove it.
But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere.
An addressee? The letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight had show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder. What's up, Nick? Just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Whoa, do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake this feeling that there is something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? Oh. So, Admin always had that ring. Is that what I'm like understanding? And that's why he's talking about that ring? What do you mean by that? I didn't read. Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Zavadi! KP Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was the security team chief, I stole data from the company. Cain Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter about mistakenly believing he was the thief. Here's a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail.
However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually Mask DeMasque?
On that point, it was an unfortunate bit of chance. Mr. Boulan's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes it is Mask DeMasque. Do you really think that story is going to hold up? Our assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean? I have here a memo from Rhonda Light's wife, Desiree the Light. I'm pretty sure that's like 14. Honey thinks he's Mask DeMasque. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Well, Mr. Troyd. Was he trying to act like Mr. Light just now? I thought it was actually pretty convincing. That is why Mr. Light saw it fit to kill Kane Blonde. Truly a tragedy. Now that's just your imagination we're talking. Come now, Mr. Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't quite the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of careful applied reasoning.
Oh, can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves?
It's a long story, and better save for another time.
Well then, another time.
The so-called long stories aren't usually that long. Well, at least not in my experience. Well, it is a short game sometimes. You're going to try and connect that added to Mr. Boulan, right? Yep, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either. In that case, we'll have to talk about the blackmail. Really intended for Ron? We don't have enough information. We should press him for more testimony. We'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. Oh, do I have to, like, talk to him again? Who's going to prove that? You will, blah blah blah. I was blunt. Okay, there you go. Just mistaken for who he was. Nothing new here. Even if I press harder. Yeah, no, maybe I should try to see like if it works in any of the lines, right? Okay. It was on the like sending it to the thingy that I had to like put it on. Okay. Easy one this time. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atmey? Well, if it's just a few, then I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Rhonda Light, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. Hey, you're on to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got here, Junior? No?
Indeed. Time to bend up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradiction evidence in the contents of the blackmail letter.
Wait. The gem of the thief. No, okay, it doesn't tell us there. Is it this one? Because we don't see a photo of that one. Huh. A little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me. I think you mean 1-2 punch.
Mr. Wright, try thinking things.
Oh, okay, it wasn't that one. But they didn't have a ring. Oh, okay. So I missed, like... Yeah, that one is still the 2-1 punch, okay. Not that one. Also doesn't have the ring. It's also not that one. Okay, what could be the one? Now I'm curious. Which is the one that's gonna be like, oh, you did correct. Like something that contradicts the blackmail letter. Pretty sure it is the fact that like... Wait, does he have the ring there? No, he doesn't. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. Okay, it was the clipper. Okay. Yeah. It contains a picture of the Tear of Amanon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color. The color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. I see everything in red. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Amanon that Mask DeMasque stole at all. And your point is, Mr. Wright, so you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right? Right?
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Bouland was actually blackmailing. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atmey. Do you have some sort of basis for the claim? You have been personally involved in every single Mask DeMasque case, and in the last case, you recovered what was stolen, and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the red diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Bouland wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Now we are truly getting it.
Order in the court. I say order.
It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Wright. Uh-oh. I don't like that way he said that. Kane Bouland blackmailing Luke Atmey. Are you for real? Yes, actually I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter will contain the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Kane Bouland threatened to make Luke Atmey's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? That is a good question. I guess it's a fake. Atmey killed Kane Bouland because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? This is what it all comes down to, Nick. The identity that Luke Atmey wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as a blackmailer. Luke Atmey was a blackmailer. What? Hey now, isn't it a little different from what you've been saying? You see that Kane Bouland was the one blackmailing Luke Atmey? Are you saying that Atmey was blackmailing someone else on top of that? You have to admit that does sound a little odd. It's not odd, it's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bouland was blackmailing Luke Atmey. But Rhonda Lind was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes. Just a few days after the Tear of Amanon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Rhonda Lind was actually Mask DeMasque.
That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. DeLine steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atmey. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It is all becoming clear. What is? I'm in big trouble. When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you... You say that I, Luke Atmey, was blackmailing Ron the Light. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask DeMasque. Exactly, that is what we're saying, yes. Well, yes. Ron the Light started receiving plans from his second crime onwards, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed the first crime.
Oh, good point, good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
Number 17, I think. In that case, let's say some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atmey know that Ron the Light was Mask DeMasque? Well, the newspaper clippings. I think I see it.
See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Get into lots of mischief, trying to be the center of attention.
What do you mean?
These newspaper clippings. It has a picture of you and Ron the Light in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask DeMasque didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
But well, that sounds far too stupid to be true.
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atmey. That's when you learned that under the mask, Mask DeMasque was really Ron the Light.
Wasn't he supposed to be Mask DeMasque? No, it looks like it's the ace detective. Can't believe it. It was just a slimy blackmailer with a fraud trying to pass himself off as an ace detective.
Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I am a famous and proud ace detective and also Mask DeMasque, I guess. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you're neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. And that is your true identity.
Why you?
Whoa. I read took on these. I will do that because I can't read that fast. But there you go. That is more than enough evidence that we needed.
Then we finally arrived at the real answer.
And also, we're like so many that we never like used, right? Or was there something that we didn't use? That was quite a performance, but by Mr. Atmey.
Bailiff, please prepare the cell for Mr. Atmey.
What? That is your 18th cup? Or maybe I'm mistaken. Now it's your 17th. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
Oh, what do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one more thing. I will be the one to judge.
What? That's my job. Don't steal my job.
You don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws aren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Wright. Well, what do you... It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atmey was being a filthy blackmailer. And that it wasn't that Trilogy tailored the night of the murder. Well, yeah, that's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bullard. But... there is still one thing you have yet to prove.
Oh, what's that?
Just because it wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean it was at a murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was a KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No way.
Uh-oh.
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright, do we have anything?
I don't know. This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atmey was at Mr. Bullard's office on that night. But can you really prove that? That's long enough. Mr. Troyd, I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atmey was a KB security, and the defense... What didn't we use yet? Kane's list. The defense can prove it with evidence. Are you sure? Don't you worry, I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces. Very well then, let's see this proof. Prove that Luke Atmey was at KB security that night. This is the proof. Nope, that's wrong. So this is very important. However, I'm not so sure. The flavor of my special ghetto blend number 49. Well, Mr. Wright, it's bitter, very bitter. I love his eyes. It looks like a Dragon Quest slime like that. Come on, Nick, don't give up. Prove with evidence. Can I prove with evidence? I don't even know. It's not that. Absolutely not gonna be that. Also not that. God's wallet. I don't have anything. Because this was at the, This is the proof. Nope, doesn't work, okay. 49 again, very bitter. What if I say I can't prove it? I can't prove it. Just as I thought. But if I hear more of Detective Atmey's testimony, unfortunately that's as far as you go, Mr. Troyd. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony is what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atmey is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return. To his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Mask DeMasque. No! Well, no, Mr. Lawyer. Since love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Mask DeMasque. My verdict will verify that. Just as Lorne the Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. So I need to find, like, the proof that it was him. I'm not gonna let it go to the end. At this rate, run this. Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence, and by then, it'll be too late. Huh? Why? Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. Double jeopardy? Should the defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atmey will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Mask DeMasque, which means he'll be innocent as far as the murder of Cain Bullard is concerned. No way. The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmey's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Cain Bullard's murderer. No! Also, I'm pretty sure we need to go this way. Because, like, I'm trying to find anything else and I cannot find anything. There's nothing I can possibly do to win. And also, like, this is surprisingly long. Otherwise, it would have been like, oh yeah, you failed. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, and the real killer Luke Atmey will go free. Well, I will go to jail for a little bit, right? It's not like, oh, you're a huge a thief. You stole so many like big museum thingies. You're free to go. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. As long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I'll have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this one witness. Are there any objections? Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atmey. What? I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Pheonix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Oh. That voice, no way. Mia, as, Maya. No, Maya as Mia, there you go. Long time no see, Pheonix. Mia! What are you doing here in Maya's body? This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me. But right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey. I forgot that this was the first time they're mentioning that in this, like, quote-unquote game, right, of the trilogy. So that's why they're bringing that back up again. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony is not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You've cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Oh, yes, that's true, but unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Mask DeMasque. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron the Lights will verify that he is a true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Oh yes, but there are no comments appear to have no... These comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well then, shall we prove their importance via cross-examination then? At any rate, as long as the witness has made those remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Nothing. Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think those such falsehoods would do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it. Huh? No, don't do that. It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you... Very well then, Mr. Look at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. So please give us one last bit of testimony. Phew. Pheonix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Another testimony. I didn't expect that one. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date before and I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was that what informed me that the true culprit was Ron the Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button didn't have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left print if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask DeMasque outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim most likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zavari! Therefore all the evidence point to that poor boy.
This is more like it seems to hold up pretty well. I the witness earlier remarks did not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been examined, explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? Well, the police investigation documents went directly through me, and I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, sir lawyer. Hmm. Well, are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer? I will not allow any more of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Okay, Your Honor. You cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a second. Just one chance? Huh. It seems that this part is about to begin. Well, Pheonix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Pheonix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence. Now, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out the case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Cup number 17. The last cup. It seems that the time has come to put an end to this trial. So that's why you prolonged the trial, so you got your last cup. I was off by like, I think 3 cups. I should like count them next time, though I think I'll forget to do that. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find a contradiction, remark, and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. The last testimony. Virtually. I don't know about the day before inside this photograph Reddit. The direction was what informed me that the true culprit was on the light. And thanks to the key card in the wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. Finding Ron's wallet, using the code for 12. The detection from the buzzer, which only sounded once. Didn't it sound twice? Didn't Larry say that it buzzed twice or something? The left print of it sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Why he left no prints? Emmy, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this cup was in Kane Bullard's office last night, and now it's time for me to drink my last cup. What are you... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is so fast. That was so quickly. Are you kidding me? I can't even stop there now. Oh, you mother trucker. That's how quick they do when it's like guilty, right? It's not either of one of the, well, like, obviously it's not gonna be the first one, right? I can just continue. The day before inside this photograph ready. The date, but not the hour.
Objection.
It's not that. Come on, how did they know about the hour that he was gonna get murdered? I guess you could say like it's always a coincidence, right?
Why would the victims, why would the killer sound it? What is last remark? Still not the one, are you kidding me? Like, what reason would the killer have to sound the buzzer? Right? I feel like that's a valid, like, one to criticize. Like, as I did all of them one by one, like, I was like, oh, I don't know. I'll just do everyone one by one. And then I get to this one, which I'm like, can't be this one. Because I didn't like the reasoning why it's gonna walk, it's weird. But like, I didn't think this one was like that out of it, right? Because Mr. Delight is like always in the Mask DeMasque outfit. But like, how did you know about his last remark? You still don't get it, do you, Troy? This isn't the time to be pressing the winners on every little statement. We can save here, by the way. That's also like a huge sign that like, this is correct. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. What? Mr. Atmey, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atmey? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask DeMasque outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that is what I said. My deductions are absolute foolproof. More like your deductions prove you're the fool. I'm sorry? Whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Mask DeMasque when he went to the scene of the crime? What I wish, it was just a few hours ago, but when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had the chance to mention it up until now. It was in our trial. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else about this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should have known this are the people who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Mr. Atmey? Detective Atmey? There is no way you should have known about that. Uh-oh. You were in the next courtroom, being tried as Mask DeMasque. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about this piece of information? Well... Come on, this detective must have known about it. They probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. Like, him being wearing that outfit for, I don't know, the past 48 hours or something. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask DeMasque outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atmey to have found that out. Only one? One way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. And he whacked me. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atmey. It's with that statement that I will turn this case on its head. But just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. But the shadow was the very obvious Look at me. Detective Atmey, you saw Mask DeMasque at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known that what Ron was wearing.
What happened? What's happening? What do you look like you're about to, like, fly off? Take a look, everyone. Unable to find a far rival for my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. What an awfully complicated incident this was. Kane Ballard was blackmailing Luke Atmey, who was in turn blackmailing Rhonda Light. No points killing his blackmailer, Luke Atmey tried to frame Rhonda Light, and then claimed to be guilty as Mask DeMasque in order to escape his true crime, murder. And to that end, he came up with a plan to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me? I can perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know. You never committed any murder. That's right. I'm so glad you finally understand that, but I really am Mask DeMasque. Huh? So thanks for that trial yesterday. I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy? Oh, now did you mention it? I've been careless. Uh-oh, careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was found innocent. And then Mask DeMasque is really innocent? It would seem so. For now. For now? Well now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty as being not Mask DeMasque, as well as not a murderer. Funny how that works. Boy, it is really lucky. Oh wait, isn't good after all. You see, the thing is, I'm still Mask DeMasque. October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 4. Hey, you did it, Pheonix. Thanks, Mia. Oh, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh, I'm just joking, Pheonix. Don't take everything so serious, okay? But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Korean channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Pheonix? Oh, of course. Well then, see you around. Mia. Mr. Wright, I don't know what to say. Well, congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you very much. No, wait. Nothing really matters. Oh, come on, just be happy already. Maya, you've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Mask DeMasque to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Mask DeMasque. I did it all for one reason. For her. Oh, you mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Well, you would try to be innocent, so technically seen, you're not a criminal. More than anything, come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. Well, it's not like she stayed for the money, right? I thought you would leave me for sure. Oh, so that's why you became Mask DeMasque? Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were before? You'll be fine. And Nick, something. I can. I kind of wish you would check with me first. Oh, you can
for sure like being an evidence, right? Mr. Light, even if a bowl is broken, there is always a way to put it back together. You know what? I'll take that as a bowl. The sacred urn? Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Gron. And that's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. Oh, Mr. Light, you did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that, but I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me now, do you? Ronnie? Why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you had quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Mask DeMasque either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on now. Isn't it obvious? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bag's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective. Oh, I see. Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them. Like a man. I just love a man who is just chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Oh, Desi. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy? Yes. I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I will never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself as well. You too, Nicky boy. I can feel my face going red. Hey, Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations. Talk about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife in front of Mr. Maya. You got it wrong. I will never forgive you. Never. What happened? No. Branded as wife stealer? So, just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Ron said, a broken bowl can never be put together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's so cute too. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. Are you saying Pearly did it badly? She did, but like... Finally, episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, has finished. Oh, cute. Maid Maya. Who's that guy? Who's the other guy? And a brand new episode has been added. What do you mean added? I have got access to all 4 of them. Either way. Save your progress? Of course. Of course we gotta do that. And as you may notice, like, what happened? All of a sudden it's like 30 minutes later, I went to make myself some food at like the last 5 minutes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the case. I kind of enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this one. Not gonna lie. That was a fun one. I don't know if it's like my favorite. Maybe, that'd be a fun thing to do at the end. Like a tier list. It's like, which ones were my favorite? This one, I remember nothing. This one, I remember nothing. This one, I remember this one. Very good. I feel like that's gotta be how it all turns out. And I'll be also like, I like this one. I like this one. So far, I don't think I've had a case I was like, this is the worst thing ever happened to this world. They're all really interesting, and they're all really fun. So then everyone, as I said before, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye!